you guys? So welcome back to my YouTube. It's been a while since I've done a Q&A. Actually, it's probably been over a year that I've been doing a Q&A on my YouTube. I've been doing a couple ones on my Instagram, but I do love to do them on YouTube just because it's easier for me to just give more information or just explain myself better. I've had a lot of new people on my channel actually so far in the last month or so. So welcome everyone who are new on my channel. So for the one who doesn't know me, I'm French Canadian. So if you guys are wondering where my accent is from, it's from Quebec. And I moved here actually in Burlington, Ontario, Toronto, for people who doesn't know where Burlington is. But I've been here for a little bit over 2 years now. It's been amazing. I have amazing people around me here. It's been helping me just growing so much as an athlete, just personal business as well. So I'm 24 years old, so I just turned pro actually this past October 2021. So I've been competing for a couple of years now. That's also things I'm going to answer in some of the Q&A. But yeah, I've been competing for a couple of years, trying to get my pro card. Got it. I'm really happy. It's been a big achievement. It's been a really, really nice year. I actually did my first pro debut actually last year as well. So a lot of good things coming for this coming year. Yeah, that's a little bit about me. It's not much, but yeah, I'm gonna start with the question now. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do my best to answer them as clearly as I can with that. So let's get started. Alright, so first question is your diet of season and prep. That is a really large question because every off season, every prep, my diet's pretty much is different, right? It's really vary of how do I look, how everything's going. So I do full of eating on my YouTube. So if you go back on the couple last video, I have I think I did a fold of eating of season, just my recent of season. I might try to put one up coming up just to kind of give you guys an update of what's my diet now. And I did a bunch of fold of eating during prep, but in prep I was I think my lowest would have been, I don't really count macros. I will put in my FitnessPal from time to time just to have an idea of how much calories I eat and what are my macros. But I think I go down to around 900 calories end of prep, or 1,000. And right now I'm actually at my highest calories I've ever been since I started competing, which is actually pretty crazy. But I'm around 2,800 with 2 cheat a week. So yeah, that's been great so far. But yeah, that really varies a lot with prep. Each prep is different. Each off season is different as well. So next question is height and current body weight. So that is actually a question that's been asked a lot from people. I feel like people are curious of to see. Obviously, we don't put as much on social media when you're off season than when you're on prep. So it's actually been interesting. A lot of question about what's my weight right now compared to my weight on prep. So on prep stage weight was 133, and right now I'm always around 155-ish. My body composition is way different than what it was last year. So last year off season I think my highest was 160, which is actually a lot. But obviously I was high, my weight was higher on stage this year, so I have more muscle mass, and I've gained 22 pounds. So I'm still pretty fine. I'm feeling good at how I am right now. I feel energized. I feel perfect. So yeah, I'm in a sweet spot. I could be a little bit lower, but yeah, that's about my weight at the moment. Yeah, I think it's just shifting your mindset. Just also find things that you like YouTube videos, or I know some people read books. I couldn't do it on cardio, but yeah, just try to find things that keeps you entertained, keep your mind of looking at the time all the time. And also just put, so on my treadmill there's actually a place that I can make the time disappear. So that's also something. It's like if you don't always have the time, seeing the time like going down, it just helps you like thinking of something else and just like, oh, I have 40 minutes left. So yeah. Question 4. So would you ever consider wellness? My answer is pretty simple. It's no. Just because figure is where I fit. Figure is the category for me that I feel that fit the best for me. I feel the most like confident. I love the posing of figure. I love the symmetry. However, so I actually used to hate wellness when it started coming around, because it was like, what the hell is this? I was just like kind of confused, because it was like, well, bodybuilding for me is a lot of like symmetry, and wellness is actually the opposite of being symmetric. It's lower body dominant and smaller on the top. So actually at first, yeah, kind of didn't like that category, but obviously it's been like growing so much, and like wellness girls are getting freakier and freakier, and actually I really enjoy it. So I actually love the category now. I think the girls are insane. They have crazy legs. It's like, it's really nice to watch. But for myself, I think my place is figure, and that's what it's gonna be always. Okay. I feel that I got that question so many times, but I'm gonna answer it again just because of there's so many new people here, so I kind of want to give an history of like where I'm coming from. So the question what got you started in bodybuilding? Have you always been an athlete? So I've always been an athlete. Since 5 years old, I was a gymnast. I did 7 years of gymnast. Over that, I did like at least 5 years of like regular gymnastic. Then I've done competition gymnastic for like 7 years. Around like 13, I did like volleyball. I did a bit of soccer for fun. I did a lot of like little like sports here and there. I also like was running a lot when I was in high school, and then in high school there was no other like team sport that I could play in, so I just started going to the gym and started to like get really into it. Starting to like focus way on like a lot on myself, and did my prep for my first show in 2015. Placed really bad. If you guys saw the picture, I'm gonna put some picture actually here. Yeah, I actually was supposed to do bikini, and 4 weeks out we switched for figure because there was no way I could fit into bikini. So that was my first show. A lot of I've learned a lot from it. I actually took 3 years off the stage. 2019 I came back, and that's when I started to do national show qualifiers and tried to get my pro card. So yeah, it's been a good ride, but yeah, always been an athlete. I actually never knew what I wanted to do in life, and that was the only thing that was always like passionate me. It's like was sports always. At school, that was the only class I was good at, and in college, I dropped college to go to the gym. Rest day thoughts. I don't thoughts. It's so hard to say for me. Rest day or the OG of bodybuilding. So you gotta take your rest day, you gotta enjoy them. I know a lot of people who hate rest day because we love training, and it feels like we always need to do more. However, sometimes you have to do less. Resting is where you build muscle, it's where you're recovering, getting ready for giving everything in the gym the next day. So like, let's say you always train, you're super tired and you never rest. Well, it's going to be way harder to build muscle, but also you're not going to be able to give 110% every session if you never take rest. So they're really, really important. A lot of people are underestimating them. Just try to enjoy them and just take those rest day to do other things that you wouldn't do in a day that you're training or taking more time in the gym. So yeah, like I've been focusing on my rest day, taking more time on doing personal stuff, stretching more, doing posing, because I don't always want to pose after training or if I'm really busy. So yeah, just incorporate things that you wouldn't do on a regular basis. All right, next question is it hard to trying to find love as a bodybuilder? And I actually love that question. I think it's really interesting. I do think it is. I think finding love in general is pretty hard. Is it harder as a bodybuilder? I would say, my personal opinion, everyone has a different opinion, but mine is, I do think it is, for a couple of reasons. First, bodybuilding is pretty saturated. If you're into bodybuilding, I feel like most of the time you will want to have a partner. I'm talking for myself, but want a partner that does the same thing. Doesn't mean I want him to be a competitor, but I think it's really important for me to find someone who has the same interests, live the same lifestyle, like takes health and working out as important as me, or at least understand what I'm doing. So I think it's the big part of like why is it so hard, because it's such a saturated sport. It's also such a hard sport, like a consuming sport. Like it just takes so much out of you, especially if you're competing, but also just if you're trying to do it for yourself. It's pretty much 24 hours. Like always have to like prep meals, bring your meals. It's like obviously you don't go out as often. Doing any like kind of activities make it harder, because you need to make sure you have all your meals in, get your cardio in, go to the gym. It takes so much of your time, and it's so like centered in a way. Like it's a lot about yourself. So when you're so much about yourself, it's also hard to give so much to another person. And I'm not saying it is obviously there's so many couple in bodybuilding, but yeah, I think you have to find the right person who's able to give a lot back to you, or like living the same kind of lifestyle, to kind of like really understand. Because yeah, it is a hard sport. It is a pretty consuming sport, and it's not everyone who understand it. I feel like if you never gone through a prep, never done a show, it's hard to understand how it is to be a bodybuilder. So I do think it is harder. Is it worth it? Totally. But yeah, I would say yeah. What is your most difficult muscle to build? So for me, I would definitely say my back. Back is such a big muscle. Legs are too, but for me, building my legs has been so easy. I've been like such a easy time growing my legs for some reason. Also, always love training legs. I love training hard legs. My struggle is to build my back. Obviously I'm young, so like having a like dense muscle in your back is pretty hard, takes time, and as you get older, it's easier. And like for me, it's also mind muscle connection. So a lot of time that I've been training back, I had a hard time just contracting, or just even like feeling my back. So I'm still learning, trying to get as much as I can in my workout. But yeah, definitely my back. Yeah, we'll see what I'm gonna bring this upcoming year, but still got a lot of work to do. Next question is, what is your biggest struggle? So I do think that my biggest struggle is I'm someone who puts a lot of it's funny because it can like that's such a like touchy question for me, because I don't know, I think obviously I love what I do. I don't know what I want to cry actually. I'm just like really sensitive on that subject, because I always put a lot of pressure on myself, and every time I kind of like, oh my god, every time I kind of like talk about it, it's kind of like, I don't know why it's such a hard subject for me. It's just like someone who like puts a lot of pressure on myself. I've always been like that in every aspect of my life. So every time I'm like questioning myself, or like wanting better for myself, I'm just getting I can't even speak. But yeah, to be honest, I'm just like someone who's asking so much for myself. I think I keep on forgetting that I'm super young. I still have so much to learn. I still have so much time ahead of me, and I'm like, I'm super proud of everything I've achieved. I'm really happy of like where I am right now. But yeah, I'm like keep on like putting pressure. So like even at the moment, so like if I can put you guys in a current situation, obviously like I was really like determined to like keep a good condition after the show, and like I said, there was like one night I kind of fucked up, and that happened. But that is where I like kind of like I'm like, oh fuck, I should have known better. Like it's not my first of season. Why did I get myself to go there again? And that I just keep on forgetting that happens. Like obviously I like pick up the pieces and like moved on, and like kept like worked, like woke up the next day and like went back on my plan and like worked for like on it. But like yeah, I'm just like so hard, and I on myself that I'm like, oh, why did I get myself do that again? It's like it happens, and like it takes years and years and years to like get better at it, you know what I mean? And like that's the thing that happens, and I'm doing better than I've ever did before, and I'm just like always putting those thoughts into my head, and that makes it worse. So I think it's just like my biggest struggle, like it's trying not to put as much pressure on myself, and it comes with trying like kind of like forgetting to like enjoy, not enjoy the moment, but yeah, enjoy like every step of the way. I know it's really cliche, but instead of being, oh fuck, like I should have known better, I shouldn't have let myself there, I should just be like, oh, whatever happens, fine. But just wake up and it's a new day, and I just should go to the gym and have fun, like enjoy my training, and just see food differently, like just enjoying the process, you know what I mean? So I think this is my biggest struggle. Obviously it is, if I'm getting emotional over it, but I'm still young, I'm learning, and I'm actually pretty happy and proud of where I am. So it just gives you an idea of like whoever you are, if you're like new to the sport, if you're new to my channel. It's like as much as we show the good side, there's bad side, and we're all humans, right? So like if things happen to you, don't think that you're the only ones like dealing with that. There's so many other people, and I'm not saying that to be like, oh, I'm someone who's not rarely gonna speak about my struggle online, because I know I can go through it, like it's fine, I don't need approval from anyone. But that just shows you that no matter where you are, don't think that anyone's better than you. We all have struggles, and that is fine. So okay, pretty interesting question here. So I actually have a lot to say about that. So the question is how to grow following and get sponsors. And I know it's something that a lot of people are looking for to looking for or are wanting to have. Obviously, I feel like it's such a like create like dreams to like a lot of people are like in the fitness industry, like getting sponsored and like growing your followers. It's like we're so obsessed with social media and like, oh, having likes and how many followers can I get, like what do I have to do to grow my my Instagram or like my YouTube channel. And it's kind of like, I don't know how to say that, but I feel like it's something that comes itself in a way. You do have to work for it, but it's the same thing as like when you want to, like, let's say you want a relationship so bad, and you keep like, you're trying so hard to like find one, or like look for someone, that you're never gonna find one until you stop searching, and it just happens on like the most unexpected time. I kind of feel the same way, and I'm gonna explain myself with that. So for me, like, obviously it's a lot of work. You need to kind of get out there, post, and try to kind of like be different to like get other people attention, and yeah, kind of get out there. But my point is, you can see when it's forced, you can see when it's fake, and you have to do it for yourself before everyone else. And that's the biggest like problem these days. Like, people are just trying to get sponsorship, like, oh, I'm gonna post so many times with like with that brand, and like tag them to like hope that they're gonna reach out. Yes, you're trying to get out there, but there's a line that I feel like there's a line to cross, that to not to cross, to be like, okay, like I want to get out there, and like I want company to see me, but at the same time it's like there's a point that it's like, okay, you just look like you're trying too hard. For me, to be honest, I just always been into social media. So when I started going to the gym, I was already like posting. I have so many old posts with like supplements, and like just because I generally loved using them, or like of my workout, because I generally loved posting. I've always been like that. Always loved posting. Always loved sharing everything that I was doing, my journey, what I was eating. So I kind of like always been into it, and it just never stopped. And at some point it just started growing and growing, and then obviously you make connection, you do like collab, and like it help you in like any like way. But I think the biggest point that I'm wanting to come at is passion, and passion speaks so loud and speaks for everything. So you want to get sponsored, you want to get followers, like just be yourself. Don't be fake. You can see through fake people. You can see through people who's trying to like try too hard. Yeah, just be yourself. Post because you genuinely want to post, because you genuinely want to share with other people. And yeah, people gonna start like following you, and gonna start like watching you, because they see how passionate you are about it. And that's what I love the most about bodybuilding, is to see the passion, and people who are so passionate to share it with other people, because you can just feel it. So I think that would be my biggest advice, because at the end of the day, there's no secret about how to grow followers. Obviously there's algorithm and everything. To be honest, I've never looked into it. I've never like researched of like how to like grow my social media. I'm just seriously just posting whatever I want to post, doing any YouTube video I want to post or record, and I'm just hoping that you guys can love it. So I think it does speak into like how you guys see how passionate I am, and just like genuine. So yeah, I think that would be my biggest advice, to be honest. So is, how do you deal mentally with getting back to a more healthy body fat, looking less lean? So obviously it's like, if you get to a body fat, just that you get to like an healthy state, it shouldn't be that hard, because as a girl, like your healthy place should be like 12 to 15 pounds, which you shouldn't look that bad to a point that you don't love the way you look. It's when you gain over that. So let's at the moment I'm like 22, and I'm still fine, but over that I would actually be struggling, being like, I hate how I look, trying to like hide my face all the time, because I used to like hate my cheeks, how they look. Off season I would start like, yeah, always like look watery, and I think that's the big difference, like if you overgain what you should. But if you don't gain too much, like obviously you cannot look as lean all the time, So I just think you need to switch your perspective of like trying to like look lean all the time, and just remember that you have to go through it, like it's part of the process, and you should look at it in a way that it's for performance. So like focus on like the way you perform in the gym, your energy, like how much you push into your workout to make improvement for when you're gonna cut down again. So it's all about like mindset, right? So obviously it's not an easy like place to be, but you're gonna get stronger as you go. Like I said, I'm still struggling with it, and like Dorian helped me so much like through it, and I'm so thankful for him. But yeah, also having someone who can like put you back into the right mindset can like make you focus on the good thing instead of like, oh, I gained that amount, I don't love how I look. It's like try to focus on, oh wow, my training are good, I'm having energy, like I don't feel dead, I can push so much, like kind of switch your focus on like, okay, I need that to progress for the next time. So yeah, this is going to be the last question. I don't want that video to be too long, but I kind of wanted to do a Q&A as well for all the new people here, just to kind of like learn a bit more about myself. But every kind of like answer I gave is kind of like my own opinion, and I'm not a pro by any mean. I'm such a rookie in the sport still. I'm 24, as I think I mentioned it before in the beginning of the video, so I still have so much more to learn, so much more to like share, but yeah, I just love to share with you guys, kind of give my own perspective on people's like questions. So the last question is going to be, what are the main things you need to improve for your pro career? So it's actually a big question that people ask. After my first pro show at the Toronto Pro in this past December 2021, I went into a pro show 7 weeks after winning my pro card, and I was actually really pumped because I actually went there like so calm. Like my prep for the Toronto Pro was so fun. It was so enjoyable. That was the best prep I've ever done. My calories were higher because I was already lean from a show. My cardio was super decreased. My energy was good. My like mood was good. I didn't have any pressure in any way because I knew I was going there such as a rookie, and the only thing I wanted to see is to see where I stand besides other pros, and what were my biggest things that I had to work on. Because obviously you can look at yourself on stage as a pro qualifier and then you win your pro card, good, you're a pro now, but obviously I'm such a rookie. I have so much more to grow still. I'm the kind of person who I'm never gonna kind of tell myself or like take myself as a pro. Obviously I take pride of like, I'm proud of what I've achieved, but I'm never gonna kind of like put myself as a pro as long as I don't prove myself on the pro stage besides Olympian, like really good pro athlete. So after my show, I actually didn't really ask feedback from the judges. We kind of just knew from what we've seen on stage, my coach, some people I work with. I think for me it's just, obviously right now we're focusing on bringing up my back and my shoulders, but to be honest, for me it's just like I need to prove everything, and I know it's such a lame answer, but like I said, I think I just need much more improvement that I can like have to like just come better. Like I have pretty good proportion that I just need to bring up everything, just obviously mainly my back, but yeah, I just need to come better in like every, like just overall physique, and that's gonna come with time, and that's a big thing for me. So like I see a lot of like people turning pro. I'm not pointing like flesh at anyone in any way, but I just think like a lot of people putting so much pressure on like a time. It's like, oh, like or even they start competing, they're like, I want to get my pro card, like the first show they're doing. It's like, okay, like take your time, like it's not as easy as it looks. So it can take a couple of years before you get your pro card, but I feel like when people finally get their pro card, they're like, I want to qualify for Olympia. And I'm just like, I don't understand why people think like that. Obviously some people turn pro when they're like older, so they don't have as much time to get there. I'm super young, so I know I have a lot of time, so I think that's a reason why I don't have as much time pressure. But as you turn pro, I feel like you're still like, you're going back at the bottom of the rank. Obviously you can have an amazing first rookie year and like qualifying, there's many athletes that are freaky that turn pro and like qualify almost the same year or the year after, and that's amazing. But for me, obviously that's a big goal of mine, and I'll get there, and I know I'll get there. But I'm not putting on like a time like, oh, this year I want to like win a pro show and qualify to Olympia, because I know that in 3 years, if I take my time, I'll be a good competitor. So I just need to like focus on like overall growth, and I'll get there. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, and like get confidence, my posing, everything all around. And as I get older, like obviously your condition gets better, everything gets better, you get more like dense, like muscle maturity is a big thing. So yeah, I think it's just overall my bag. But yeah, that's a lame answer, I know, but yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm gonna close up the video here. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and for the new people here, I hope you enjoyed the channel so far. So I'm gonna be putting more videos, as I said, but I'm pretty excited. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all your support. You guys have been amazing, and that's the reason why I keep pushing more and taking more of my time to bring out more content. So thank you guys, and I will see you in the next video.